Hello and welcome. My name is Wingnut. I fly with CVW-4, and I'd like to answer a lot of the questions that's been out there circling my pit and system that I use in order to get the most out of DCS. Here, notice a little glitch here. Let me just go ahead and reset the DDIs. There we go. So, my name is Wingnut, and once again, I do fly with CVW-4. I got the link right there at the bottom right-hand corner. That's the website if you're interested. But I'd like to go over some of the things that I use and the equipment that I use in order to give me the best and realism out of this DCS as possible. So, what do you have here? I got a 6-door pit. It's a 6 electric magnetic motors that allow them to give me 6 degrees of motion, and this is by DOF Reality. I do have my combat rudder paddles right down here at the bottom here. You probably can't see those. You can see the top of them from the camera over here, and I do have the one wing F-18 stick and throttle there. I have the Cougar DDI set up, really designed for the F-16. However, I do have 3 thanks to a gentleman who friend them to me to hook up to the pit to get a little bit more realism out of the sim itself. I do have a side stick over here for F-16. Don't fly it as much, really not at all. I'm more of an F-18 guy, Navy guy. And what else do I have here? I have here my, it's not a kick butt, but similar, it's called woofer, or if I'm pronouncing that correctly, W-O-O-J-E-R, if you can see that. This here, I strap to me and I plug it in, and it's attached to the sound, so it gives me the feeling and sensation of the engines. You can feel the vibration of the motors when you rev it up on the throttles. And I'm running the G2. I do have the Quest 3. Having some issues with that, with my rig and all, but the trusty G2 has been there for me. I'm going to hop in real quick and go ahead and do a little quick demo of this. And once it boots up, we'll get into the cockpit and do 1v1. And just kind of give you a demonstration of the pit so you can see the movement and everything like that. So while that's booting up, let me go ahead and just get this strapped on. I do have also the harness here. Once this thing really gets going, it can throw you around a little bit on the takeoff and on the traps. So I'm actually putting on, strap it in. You'll see this strap to my chest once I get in. Slide this over. Just getting everything set up here over on the right. And I'll go ahead and step into the pit. I do gotta climb into it. And let's go ahead and step in. There we go. Alright, I'll take the plug here, which is to the speaker, and just jack in there. And I'm just turning up so I can feel it. Okay, there we go. And I'm waiting for DCS to come on up. Taking a little bit longer than normal, but just a few more things while that's booting up. Like I said, I do have the DDIs here. This here is like my UFC. Really don't use this as much, but I do have a game controller here. Let's see what's going on. There we go. There we go. It's coming up. So I do have a game controller here. I do have some buttons map or switches map to it, so I could pretty much go from cold and dark and start up with utilizing the buttons program here and on my throttle here, and I got all my controls here on my stick, as well as I have another controller down here on the right hand side. So I'm gonna go ahead and go instant and 1v1. Put the harness on while that's booting up. Now I'm gonna check. That's solid. Alright, now that I'm all strapped in, I want to center my view here, which I got a button right here to just hit it. Boom. Thing is, I got a VR on. I can't see anything that under the switches. I kind of know where they are and where they program, just by memorization. Alright, here on the center, on my stick here, there's a little button here. You're going to see a yellow crosshair. That's kind of like my mouse or my head or eye tracker. That allow me to click on switches. Get that crank down. That was way up. Alright. Get a contact off my nose. So right. Lock them up. I can feel the aircraft in the center mass here through my whole body, my whole torso here. Alright, 500, that's a little fast. There we go. Had the rig off, but there he is. He's coming around me, blocking out. Back up, I'm gonna pull. Turn my HM, my heads up display mount. Go. Tried to take a snapshot, didn't get it. 342, he's gonna pitch it down. Yep, there it is. Guess what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna roll it over. Gonna meet him. Altitude. Hit the brakes. Come back up. Slide on the 6. Come on. Gonna lead him. This thing gonna get caught in his jet wash. Yeah, so, jeez. Got him. Whew. I'm not sure why that was so hard. Alright. As you probably saw, the sim was yawing back and forth because I guess I flew right behind him, got caught in the turbulence there, and the whole sim was just going back and forth. So I'm gonna go ahead and just make a landing coming from the seaside. Turn off my HMD. Altitude. Turn that off. Got the air brakes on. just to give you a visual. Now, you can see this cursor here. Wherever I look, I got the switch map in the knobs. I can just sit here, I can turn, volume control. So everything is right at my hands. You know, I can reach, touch here. I got the controller here, switches, landing gear, flaps, hook, all that's up here. Engine start, left and right. Got those mapped in, and my radar and things of that nature on my right hand side. And I'll get my flaps here, flaps are full, landing gear, parking brakes, and there's a hook. Alright, a little bit of power. And I got my trim here. So, really, I don't, need external whole lot of buttons here, because I can click on a lot of the things just like using this crosshair mouse tracker, which is in the VR itself, and put my brakes, hit the mirror. It makes it very simple, very easy. Alright, I'll do one more demo for you, show you carrier approach. As you can see it, when I hit down on the brakes here, you can see the whole sim up here goes forward, which is pretty cool. Alright, let me go ahead and back up, hit the main menu, go to quit, gonna back out, go to campaign, go to mission, and carrier landing, case 1, recovery. So that's while that's coming up, I'll be starting off in the air, and approximately about 15 miles astern of the carrier. And what I'll do is I'll get everything set up. I'll get my tack in, get my needles or ILS, and I'll make my approach descend down to 800 feet. Let's go. Alright. Tack in on 71. ILS 11. After I turn it on, enter, boom, turn it on. Try from range in, and then declutter. There we go, 460. Kind of far out. Set up my checklist. Hook is down. AC and
Marshall
down.
305. Marking maps 131414. Angels 1.5. State 6.6.
305. Mother's weather is visibility 10 plus mile. Scattered clouds at above 10,000. Altimeter is 290.93. Case 1 recovery expected DRC 309er. Report see me at 10.
305.
Alright, I'm gonna go straight in for the so initial I'm gonna drop down.
305. See you at 10.
Speeding up to 350 knots.
305. Update state. Switch tower.
305. State 6.5.
Now, normally you enter the Marshall Stack Angels 2, make a lap or two around, establish, then you get your commence. But I'm going to go straight into the initial, going 800 feet, 350 knots. Lock my altitude in. lock my speed in, and there we are. Now I can actually fill the aircraft. This is pretty good. If you don't have one, and then you have a pit, if you have a static pit, it definitely give you a little bit more realism or the feel of the aircraft while you're flying.
Tower 305. Overhead Angels 1. State 6.4.
309. Tower, roger. BRC 308. Signal is Charlie.
305.
Alright, coming up the star. Hit initial. I'm going to go straight into the brake. 1.2 miles. Coming up on the boat. Look like we got to clear that. A little bit of some frame hits there. Drop down to 35. Alright. Back on the brakes. Dropping down to 600 feet. 200. Flaps. Gear. 660. Some trim. Keep my bank in there. Watch the speed come down. It's coming down. Trim. Almost on the reciprocal. 600. Some power. 600 feet. Reciprocal heading. Alright. Set that out. Go, trim, more power. As you can see, the pit or the seat moving around here. Just keep your eye on this here from the camera over here and from the camera up top, and you'll see that movement. Now, even though it's not going drastically left and right, with the VR and the feel with your inner ear and your balance, it makes it feel like it's moving a lot more than it actually is. Working the throttles, working it around, trim. There's E-bar, a little bit of power. A little low. Power. Alright. Just coming around.
You're lined up left.
There we go. Got an overcast. It's like looking very gray out here. There we go. There's my center. A little high. A little power.
Bolter.
That's a bolter. Can't see the deck. Got an overcast, but no excuse. A little trim. Some center. Gonna climb back up 600 feet, get out to about 1.2 miles before I turn. 500 is 1.1, 550, 1.2, 600, there we go. Let's do this. Should be at 600 feet, a little low. 30, 20, 10. Come on. There's 6. Wings level on the reciprocal trimming. There we go. A beam. Normally you will hear paddles contact. At that point, I'll give it 1,000 count, roll it over, drop the nose slightly below the horizon, and trim it. Right up. 45, on up to 45, keep working around. Trim, a little power. Drop below. There we go. Alright, got a little bit of sun over that deck so I can see the markings.
You're lined up left.
I know. Alright, that'll be 407 corner ball 5.5. There we go. All right. Alright, get a reset. Boom. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and shut down here. Like I said, a lot of things kind of got set up at the distance. I can turn off my DDIs here, shut those off. Where's my canopy?
Chocks.
Unable to comply.
So my parking brake's not set. Okay, let's try that again. Wheel chocks.
Chief, place the wheel chocks.
Unable to comply.
Yeah, they're probably already on. Let's check. Yep. Wheel chocks already on. Okay, alright. Well, hey, thanks for watching. And that's the pit. That's hopefully that answered some of the questions. Well, all of the questions individuals had regarding what type of system or pit that I'm using. And I can unplug here. Got a little bit of alien tape there, so